With the freedom flying over, welcome back to Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. I'm Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Dennis. This is Dooley.
Yeah, that was like perfect timing.
I know, right?
Welcome to Team Fat Kid Monday.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get right on into it. Dennis, how the fuck was your week?
It was an interesting week, definitely, for sure. Wasn't too busy and everything because, still that time of year and everything, especially now that Lent started up, so nobody eats meat on Fridays. So, yeah, it makes it a little slower at the butcher shop on a Friday and everything.
Since you brought that up, so real fast.
Yeah.
I had a Morningstar chicken patty. Actually, I had two. Well, it was Lent. It was Friday, and so we didn't know what the hell we were going to do. So we air fried some Morningstar chicken patties and made fried chicken sandwiches faux style. Not fuss style.
No, not fuss. Yeah, faux style. Doing it so far like that.
I really feel like at this point that we need to come up with a new word. It shouldn't be we fried. Like
I said air fried.
I know, but then you said we had fried. I feel like are we going to bring back the AF instead of as fuck? It's going to be air fried. I had some AF chicken. It was pretty good. I had some as fuck chicken. Like what? I've never heard of as fuck chicken. You ass fucked the chicken?
I was waiting for you to say that.
Went too far. All right, Dennis, what else happened?
That was a good week. I got to see a couple old friends I haven't seen in a while and everything. Got to hang out with them and,
You even ran into some Team Fat Kid.
Yes, I did.
Some new Team Fat Kid followers.
Yes, I did.
Which is surprising since they know us.
Exactly. And then, how should I say it, on Saturday, it's having a normal day at work, and then all of a sudden the guy I usually talk about works with me up and quit again. So, yeah, back to being...
Again. So, wait. How many times now?
I think that for him quitting, I think that's about the 15th time. That's not counting the times he's been fired.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's just getting off work.
Right? Like, hey, I'm going to quit.
Much.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much. It was funny, though, because, how should I say it? My boss brought in a breathalyzer test. Yeah. And he had me go, and I'm like, okay. I'm like thinking, like, crap.
Was it Tuesday?
No.
Then you're good.
No, it was Friday. It was Friday morning.
We don't know his life that in depth. Like we don't know how good he is on Wednesday.
No. It was on Friday morning after $3 you call it at Baja on Thursday night.
Was your boss there too?
No, he didn't know
that. So did he know you were doing $3 call-its?
Well, no, he was doing it mainly for the other guy, the guy that quit on Saturday, because he blew a .16. I blew a .000, and I drank an entire bottle of Jameson the night before.
Damn, dude.
I'm not sure which part you're damning. The entire bottle of Jameson, the .16 in the morning. Either one is damn worthy.
Yeah.
And it was funny, though, because we kept testing him throughout the day, and he got down to .12.
Still over the legal limit.
Like,
how the fuck did you get here?
I do.
He rode in my car.
Well, at least he didn't fucking drive.
He hasn't had a license since 1998.
I do find it very interesting that there's no legal stipulation saying that you can't be drunk in the kitchen. It's only insurance reasons and policies by companies. There's no legal thing that says you can't be drunk in the kitchen.
There's no legal thing that says you can't be drunk at work.
Right.
Except for a bartender.
If you're a server or a bartender, you're not allowed to serve alcohol if you are intoxicated. And I just think it's hilarious. The cooks could come in shit-faced, and as long as your company doesn't care, it's yeah.
That's especially back in the day, half the time the cooks were hammered.
They can take a shots during the shift.
Yeah, they were sending shots into the kitchen. You need something to drink? Yeah, Heineken.
Friday night at 9:30, your rush is over. Your chef would look at you and be like, "Shots."
Didn't I see that on Facebook? They actually had on the bottom of the menu and everything, buy a round for the cooks and everything.
Yep.
I'm like,
that's probably more when they get off.
You never know.
Or
you don't know that establishment, sir.
Happy cooks, man.
The first thing you do when you sit down, can you tell them table 12 ordered these shots, please?
Yes. So
table 12's food is going to be on point.
Yeah, table 12 comes out first.
It doesn't matter. They just walked in the door.
Yeah. Can I get you guys something to drink? Yeah, I'll take...
and for an appetizer, I'd like to buy a round for the kitchen. As I look over the appetizer menu, I'd like to start with the round for the kitchen.
Let them know that it was table 12.
Yes. That's actually a great idea. All right, guys, when table 12 comes in, let's take care of them first.
Right? That's like walking up to the bar with a 20 out before you even pay the tab. Just like, I'm going to need my drinks. Just you keep this. Yeah. I'll be back.
Yeah. This is the start. This is just
the
me
tip.
starting.
Yes, this will be your tip.
This is the beginning of your tip.
You gonna make that better? There's a cop. A cop buys around for the kitchen. Okay, in that silence.
All right.
Dennis, you got anything else, man?
Nah, that's pretty much it, man.
All right, Alex, how the fuck was your week?
I had a long week. Another 7-day week. It's a beautiful time.
Oh, those are lovely.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I lied. I ended up doing 6 because the producer did fill in a day for me. So I'm very happy. But it was a very long week. I had a lot of parties this week. I did a lot of split shifts, a lot of driving. Again,
we had a lot of parties this week, Dooley.
Hey, for my restaurant, that was a lot of parties. We had a lot of people. Shit. You know, hey, you probably have one party that could eclipse, my entire week. But
yeah, we'll get to that.
But I had a good week. I felt like I worked a lot this week, but I actually got paid for working a lot this week, which is good.
That's different than last week.
Yeah, last week I did a lot of split shifts.
Worked a lot
but I didn't make a lot of hours because it was a lot of driving. It was back and forth. Same thing this week, but at least I was there more.
The kids are getting off school.
It's just after 3.
But yeah, I mean, we had a charity event for the American Cancer Society this week, and that went really well. And
charities are good things, and I just want you to know that I did hang the big sign.
Uh-oh.
Wait, you weren't there.
Okay.
I was there.
I
was there partaking in the beverage, and they came, and then the producer looks at me and is like, "Can you hang this sign?"
Well, thank you for hanging that sign.
And as I was trying to clip it, I was trying to cut the excess off, and with my pocket knife, ended up punching the zip strip, like when you cut the zip strip, and then that sharp ass piece.
Yep.
I punched the hell out of it.
Nice job.
Yeah,
nice job.
Oh,
okay. Producer is delegating.
What the fuck are you doing?
Right? She is delegating like crazy.
Was it another patron that helped hang with that? See, you know what?
Was it at least a regular? Did you make Darren do it? He probably could have held both sides on his own, and they could have just zip tied it. Darren, just stand there and open your arms. It'll be fine.
Yeah, just hold this while I zip strip it.
But yeah, I don't know. It was overall pretty good week. No major complaints. What about you?
Dooley.
Oh.
Gluten-free bread does not cut well.
That is true.
Or toast.
Gluten-free bread shouldn't exist.
Well, we had back to the whole Lent thing. Mm-hmm. We have a group and they're going completely vegetarian through the whole process.
Ooh, they gave up meat.
But then there was inside of us preparing full vegetarian banquets. There was, of course, the gluten-free, the dairy-free, the
eight gluten-free people, 6 dairy-free people, and 1 no gluten nor dairy.
I'd rather follow Ramadan than Lent.
That's when they stay home. You're that.
At least you get to eat. You just can't eat while the sun's up. I can crush food at midnight. That's fine.
I can crush food at 4:30 when the sun goes down. I can make it.
Yeah, I can. I'll sleep till 10. That's fine. Shit, it's only 6 hours.
There's one thing that we were talking about. I think it was Friday.
Might have been saran wrap. You got to bring that up.
Saran wrap, cucumbers,
cherries.
I'm highly upset, by the way. I didn't want to find out until this, and I was looking through Facebook posts and saw both of those up there.
What he was talking about, though.
No, that was not what he was talking about.
Yeah, that wasn't. No,
the post, the 3 posts. There was a paring knife, the cherries, and the cucumbers.
Yep.
Which Dooley randomly found in a cooler while we were looking for. I forgot what the hell we were looking for.
I think whipped cream or some shit.
I think actually you were making space because we had to make that big ass vat of Greek pasta salad. So he was clearing
shelf space
for a Lexan of this crap. And he looks up and it's just in his face.
Was the knife in the fridge too?
No, I found that and I was looking for something specific. And
I like how Julie's laughing, but at the same time he's over there thinking that's actually a good question.
I was on a step ladder, obviously because
to reach that 5 foot.
You don't need to duck.
You don't need to duck.
So, but it was actually pretty high up. It's the height of the cabinets over your refrigerator high. And maybe a little bit higher, and I was on a stepladder, and I was undoing all the duct tape that Dooley had duct taped all of the station that I never want to go into.
Yeah.
I was all right, dude. These have been duct taped for months.
They should be empty.
Like
that was mostly for this party that came in. That wedding.
I was looking for a serving platter. And it's like something unique, and like in these cabinets is where all of our unique shit is.
The oddities, yeah.
Like, all right, so I'm in there and like I'm undoing it and undoing like all this fucking duct tape because Dooley thinks like to close one cabinet you need 3 fucking bands
Strands of duct tape.
I did not do that.
Of like the 4-inch duct tape.
I did not do that.
I don't believe.
Well,
you.
whoever did made sure that shit was secure, and so like I'm.
Hey, you said secure that cabinet.
So, like,
they secured it.
So I'm like way up in the top and like peeling off like 3 straps of duct tape, and I open it up and I'm digging around like looking at platters, and lo and behold, there's a fucking saran wrap fucking.
Paring knife?
Yeah, and I don't know how long it was in there. It wasn't moldy, thank God, but it had been in there for a while.
Number 35.
Yeah, and like so.
I really love how we're keeping count.
Dirty?
I don't know if it was dirty. I don't know if
Well, it got washed.
it did after I pulled it out.
It got washed.
It didn't look moldy.
So on the topic of with all that stuff, I texted y'all what I found.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show each one of you individually. Dennis.
You could have just like uploaded this to your laptop and put it on the screen.
He could have cast it from his phone.
Right?
What, Nick? You could have just. You can show us at the same time. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
That is
What the fuck?
That's where the knife was.
Uh-huh.
No, that's a new one.
No. That's what I was telling you. Where I was like, oh, I got something.
Where the fuck was that?
I mean, like,
It was-
maybe they're just being prepared. Maybe they're
Holy
ready to.
shit.
Maybe they're ready to cut. Maybe they're ready to cut the fire extinguisher off the wall.
No,
you know?
I know exactly where the fuck that is, and that's like where Cisco drops the fucking order, and so they were probably using that to cut open boxes, and then someone put it there.
So remember how y'all had inventory, so just throwing out boxes and all the other stuff. The line cook, he didn't want anyone to like trip over anything, slip over anything like that, so he decided to take a knife, go over there, cut the tapes off and stuff like that, and break down the boxes. He had a ticket, so he put it there, and then he walked back and forgot about it. But I walked by it. This is like after you left Saturday, I think it was. And like I walked by it and I just kind of saw it
sticking out of the.
Yeah, it was just sticking there. And I talked to the line cook. He was like, "Yeah, I put it there because I kept on like putting it on the ground, picking it back up, putting it on the ground, picking it back up." And I was just like, "Yeah, you could have just I don't know, put it in a box or."
Stab it into the top of a box so the handle's sticking out. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I looked at one of my other line cooks that was walking by, and I was like, wait, stop. Look to your right.
It's impressive that they were dumb enough to leave the blade out.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
you couldn't even put the blade.
all right, so explain the picture real fast.
Okay.
So the people listening, because like us just talking about it, so it's a fire extinguisher on the wall, and the knife is somehow
Blade
in
out.
the strap, blade pointing straight out
Yeah.
to where anyone walking by.
Could cut themselves.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's
Safety first. I'll have a conversation with him.
But
That's like one of my pet peeves is when people leave knives on the cutting board, and they leave either the handle or the blade like hanging off.
Right, instead of like it being like
Completely on. Yeah,
on.
I can't stand. I don't care which side is hanging off. Someone's bound to like catch their chef coat on it, knock it off with their hand.
Wow.
And I've seen way too many people learn to shuffle dance real quick.
I don't like. You ever deal with the people who like to like on the line? They'll put the knife between the
Two
countertop-
stations. Yeah.
between
Oh,
the
okay.
countertop
So like in
and
the cutting
board, so the handle sticks
nope,
out.
not a fan. I don't like the two stations either. Where like the two
the
reach
fridge,
ends come
the
together
yeah,
and they
they-
stick it to like. I can't imagine the last time that was cleaned.
Well, hopefully,
Like-
when they pulled them apart to clean underneath them,
Hopefully,
they wipe
but
down the sides.
Even if you do that once a week, that's
Yeah.
still not where I want to stick a knife.
Well, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I also disagree with like the pitcher on the station, the beer pitcher full of water and 20 knives sticking out of the fucking top of it.
oh yeah.
Next time I find that, I'll take a picture of it for you.
Oh, I
because
don't doubt it.
It
I know
happens
exactly
so
what you're talking
frequently,
about.
and it's like, what in the fuck? Like, I don't know. What else you got, Dooley?
I'm trying to remember what that main thing was. I remember like we put it
Talking
down
about
as
Friday?
we put it down as a podcast topic. I think.
Well, if you put
I
it
mean,
down,
well, yeah,
Everything
well.
that Dooley brings up turns into a fucking story for him to tell.
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
He does not cut up on Dooley's topic.
No, Dooley forgets half of it anyway.
I'm there, so.
I know. Okay, so
they basically have the same stories.
Yeah, I mean, we spend a lot of time together.
First date? Aww.
No, it's not first
It's
date.
like the 45th.
Okay, so
Room to talk.
so I did fuck up rice this week.
What?
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, I made a snafu, but at least it was rice.
See, I thought you meant like you just crushed a bunch of rice.
No,
but-
I was trying something new, and I didn't measure properly on my seasoning, and I went really heavy on some vinegar because we were doing like a stir fry, and I was trying to make like almost like a sticky sushi rice.
Yeah.
To go underneath it, so like with the rice, wine, vinegar, and the sugar, but like I'm making it for like 100 people, and like I was like, oh, that looks about right, and then I just dumped the shit on top of the rice and stirred it in, and I was like, oh damn, like we gotta make new rice. Like, I mean, but at least like I can own that, and I was like, yeah, I was like, well, maybe if I make more rice and mix the shit together,
it'll be
like,
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, at this fucking point, man, just throw this rice away.
I tried it, and my first thought was, this is
Yeah, I was like,
chewable
you know
vinegar.
what? Yeah, we gotta make rice anyway. We're just starting the fuck over, like, and I'll make sure to measure next time.
Very apt description of it. Very chewable vinegar.
Yeah, it was rough, man. And it was rice wine vinegar, so it was like rice wine vinegar. I think is very palatable, but at this level, it was no
Very strong. Yeah.
Like it's like like apple cider vinegar. It's palatable.
Yeah.
But not
to a point.
To a point. Yeah,
To a
to a
point.
point. Like, and then it's like, oh, that's horrible. Like,
So you probably just would have wasted the second batch.
yeah, well, yeah. So I probably would have wasted the second batch too. So I just started over. But yeah, so I definitely threw that shit away. Well, I didn't. I told somebody else to throw it away.
Me.
We already figured that earlier.
You see that down there? Those pans of rice? Yeah, just get rid of that shit. I'm making more. At least it was rice though. And that's if you're gonna fuck up something, let it be rice.
Yeah.
Like the most inexpensive thing probably in a kitchen, as far as starches go.
Besides potatoes.
You think rice and potato? You think rice is more expensive than potatoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably not what we were using though. We were using like a parboiled.
Perfect parboiled.
Yes. It comes in like a fucking 25-pound box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's doing the math. All right. So what else happened this week? Oh, I got a fun one, and I've been saving this one, dude.
That's scary.
No, this is one of the best.
He's doing a knee slapper, too.
This is one of the best things.
knee slapper.
This is one of the best things I've seen in. I would put it in the top 5 of all fucking kitchen fuck ups.
Oh, this is gonna be
Yeah,
good.
Dooley dropped his phone in the sauce.
Oh, yeah. That was the main thing. That was the main thing.
I knew it, dude. And I was
All right.
waiting for you to bring it up.
I gotta know what kind of sauce. Is this like,
It was
is
a
this like a
lemon-
thick cream sauce?
It was a lemon butter cream sauce. It was just about to come to a boil.
Do you have a case on your phone?
Uh-huh. It's still...
It's a good thing.
It's not a life proof though. It's an OtterBox.
But the thing was, like, I had, like...
Do your headphones still work?
He
Like-
was listening to the podcast, not ours. He was listening to a podcast when he dropped it in, and it was still
I had
playing.
a split second. I was like, I'm not buying a new phone. And just...
There goes
Went,
that
grabbed
sauce.
it in there. And then the executive chef comes over. He just saw this whole shit of sauce just spill on the floor. And he's like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, pointing with my fucking boiled
Butter-covered hand.
buttercream boiled hand. I'm pointing on my phone, like, and my hand's shaking like that, just Parkinson's out the ass. And I go over to wash my hands off, and it's not completely off yet because it's kind of stuck to my skin. And then he's like, "What do you want me to do?" I'm like, "Fucking, I don't know. Wipe it down. I don't know." He's like, "You want me to stick it in rice?" I'm like, "I don't think rice is gonna help." Like, but like, I was like, okay. I have a feeling like this, it's done. But then I realized I'm still listening to the podcast. I'm
So
like,
the phone is still on
yeah,
and
I was
running.
like, it still fucking works. Thank fucking God. I want to go clean it up and everything like that. And like, there you go. I want to go clean up my hand, clean up the phone and everything. And the restaurant supervisor walks in. She's like, "Oh shit, I didn't think Jason was fucking serious." I'm like, "Yeah, you want to fucking clean my phone off for me while I deal with my fucking hand?" It was
Nah.
yeah.
But the best part is like later on, So, the chef and I...
Screamed, "Damn it, Dooley."
Huh?
I said, "Did everybody scream,
Actually,
damn it,
no.
Dooley?"
No, because no one knew it until after. But so the executive chef and I were off to the side, like we were getting the hot boxes ready to do like the 2 plate ups that we had to do. And I look over and I tap him on the shoulder and he looks at me and we look down the line and there's Dooley on his phone over the fucking sauce and I was like, some motherfuckers never learn.
Hey, I was a little bit further away though, so I don't even know how the hell that happened. Like, obviously I'm over the fucking sauce. I'm not gonna just hold it fucking loose.
And yet,
I think I was trying to like press the power button off or something like that.
I think we found the top podcast title.
Dooley drops his phone in sauce.
Dooley's phone gets sauced.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, and we had like a cultish group in the fucking hotel.
That's
There's some pictures floating around. I don't have them because I didn't take the pictures. But like they were like covered in like sheets and they had like white blindfolds and they were like tied together. And like, I mean, you know, each to their own in religion, but then like they're going through like, you know, the area around everyone else and like they're going to like the back of the building through like, you know, our Catholic ladies. It was just fucking weird. And as I get like a text and a picture, and they're like, walk into the pre-function area, and I was like, okay, so I walk out there and I see like these people tied together, blindfolded, like one arm on each other's shoulder, being led to like the back of the building, and the most impressive thing was like the banquet manager was walking past this, talking to a lady from another religion, we'll call it, and he saw it. His facial expression never changed. It's like, this shit happens every day face, and like he's like acting like he didn't even see it, like, you know, and just having a conversation with her, moving her through this, and bringing her to her room, and like putting her into her banquet room and closing the door, and then he walks to the back and like, what the fuck? Like, so then,
Were you having ritual sacrifices?
like, yo, before all this, like I get a call and they're like, hey, like, you know, the salon needs tables. And I was like, okay, well, what kind of tables? And they're like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, so I go into the, like, so you guys need tables? What kind of tables? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, we need, like, 3 small round tables and a square table. I'm like, whatever. Okay, so I hunt down these tables and bring them in with the help of another guy. And I start walking through the room and I start noticing things. Because usually, like, when you go in a room, like, I don't pay attention to like the rest of the room. Yeah. Like, you know, they decorate rooms all the time. I don't really focus. Like, what do you need? I'll get what you need. I give you what you need. Yeah. But this time I was walking out and I was like, holy shit, there's a cart we were looking for 2 days because it was covered in a sheet. And as I'm walking by, there's like this. It looks like a gymnastic horse. You know, like where they run down and they bounce off shit and do flips in the fucking air. And
pommel
it had
horse,
like pommel horse. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And but it had like,
well, isn't the pommel horse where like they've got the 2 bars on either side?
No,
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so this shit had like 2 handles on it, like you straddle it like a horse, and it had 2 handles.
Okay.
And it was covered in like a fur. And so like I'm walking by and like I noticed it has like foot pegs, which is weird. And I'm like, okay, so they're gonna ride a horse, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a pommel horse.
Yeah, it's got 2 bars on the side.
Well, the gymnastics one was, either way, dude, it's the same looking thing. Anyway, so like I look down at the footrest and there's exposed copper fucking wire. And I was like, I was like, what the fuck? Like where you put your feet, there's like a thick ass gauge of just copper wire. And I was like, holy shit, dude, they're gonna electrocute a motherfucker on this motherfucker. And I was like, get out of here. And I'm like looking around and like there's like a mat that is also has exposed copper wires, like they're gonna walk across this bitch. And I was like, there's no fucking way. So like, I called my boss and was like, look, man, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I'm not trying to get sued.
Like, I don't know what's going on in this room, but it looks really fucking bad. Like, it looks like they're about to start electrocuting motherfuckers. And she was like, get out of here, no way, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. And then later on, the banquet manager comes by. He's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in that room. He's like, but I was in the other room beside it, and all I heard was, shit! And like...
So they were literally...
Electrocuting people. Jesus.
Not Jesus. He had nothing to do with that shit.
You don't know?
You're right.
What
You
day
don't
was
know?
this?
But,
What day was this?
Saturday. And
I didn't hear
then we cooked them dinner, and you know, like afterwards, it was all good. Like whatever.
Everyone's a little twitchy.
Everybody alive? Yeah.
But yeah, so
I made
like,
400.
so-
I made meals for 400 people. I don't care if you only have 300 left.
Yeah, and, like, the guarantee's the guarantee. Like, but so like I talked to my manager later on. She's like, yeah, we probably won't be booking that piece of business anymore,
Right?
Because evidently she got more information.
You're gonna have to tell me about this shit. 'Cause
Yeah,
I didn't hear any of this.
It was super culty. You know, don't drink the Kool-Aid. That kind of shit. You know, like, hey, you know. So that's just my week.
Jesus. What was the most interesting?
I like your new koozie there.
Oh, yeah.
It's magnetic.
It holds a whole beer.
It will hold a full beer up. That's right. I was impressed. I have to admit.
I was
At first, he was like, "It'll hold a full beer." I was like, "It's a fucking koozie. Of course, it'll hold a beer." And then, it'll hold a beer by the magnet up. So the table leg is perfect. Jason has this perfect little, here's my beer, just
He's got a cup holder now.
attached to the table. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Okay.
Speaking of beer,
Let's, we're gonna do one.
yeah, we got one poured. You want to jump into one right here? Hello, how are
Smelling
you?
the roses over there?
You want to jump on there? That's some good glue.
Has a gasoline smell to it.
Oh, I was trying to make you laugh again.
So you can spit on me? No. There's a funny little...
That has a weird flavor, huh? Is it just me?
No, that's different. Not bad, but different.
Weird. Yeah, different's a better.
That's
It's like a mixture of like an IPA and an ale.
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's
yeah.
a good call.
I was thinking more lager, honestly. It's a very light looking lager, though. If
Yeah.
that's the case, ale is
actually-
probably going to be.
Isn't lager just the
La-
difference
it's-
between top and bottom fermenting use?
Yes, and you can have light and dark lagers, but this one is very light. I don't know.
It's got like a Michelob taste to it.
I'm going to say Pilsner.
Is it an ultra?
I know what it is.
Huh?
I bet I know what it is.
You know what it is? You haven't even tasted it. She's like, just by us describing it, she's like, I know what the fuck that is. You guys suck at this game.
Pilsner's not a bad choice. You going
She's
Pilsner,
like,
Dooley?
she's like
Yeah.
the new Chuck.
The new Chuck.
I'm going to go
It's
6.5.
number 43.
And IBU 30. I'm going to 4.
That is a pretty easy drinking beer.
Yeah.
It is. I'm not ready yet. Dennis, go.
Let me see it.
I will go with a IPA. Of course you would. Oh no, because it tastes like almost. It's got the hop. Like
It's
almost,
got like something that
Yeah.
wants to be an IPA,
Yeah.
but it's not quite an
Yeah.
IPA, like a baby IPA.
yeah.
Oh, baby, I bet.
5.4.
I mean, like a beginner.
Yeah.
I give it a 35 for the IBUs, and
Like-
I give that a 3.5. I could actually drink this.
All right,
it-
you ready?
Yeah, it comes across like, you know, when I say like a baby IPA, like Rebel, like by Sam Adams. It's
Yeah.
like your beginner IPA. I think that's where we're at. I mean, I give it a 3.5. I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna say that it's an ale, though. I don't think it's very bitter at all. So 22. I'm probably completely wrong. And then ABV, I'd say it's like a 5.2%.
I'm gonna go with a dry hopped ale.
Ooh, fancy mother.
I'm thinking 5.9%. Again, because of the hops, I'm going to go a little bit higher than most of y'all. I'm going to go with like a 39 on IBU, and I'm going to give that a 4 as well. Just good, easy drinker. On a day like today, I could see crushing more than one of those. But considering we only have one, let's take a look. This is, son of a bitch, Sierra Nevada Skista Bavarian style lager.
Wow.
I should have stuck with my original intention. This is, thank you, 12 ounces. Could I get a, there it is. 5.2% ABV. Jason coming in on the head there. Ding, ding, ding. You got something for me there, Dooley?
Yeah, he's working on it. Mm-hmm.
And then, would you like to...
Can I see it?
Skista.
Okay, you looking it up? Yep.
Mm-hmm. You like my eye patch, by the way?
15 IBUs.
I was literally just about to say 15, yeah.
Okay, well, I was way
Oh,
off.
yeah, I forgot. You can see it.
Ironically
Yeah,
enough,
I can see shit too. Yeah.
Jason's coming across on that one. None of us got the lager, but Jason came in closest at 22 on IBU, 7 points off, but still the lowest guess out of all of us, and he nailed the ABV. I have to give this one to Jason. Can we get a ding, ding, ding?
Or something.
I mean, I don't have a ding, ding, ding.
Why not?
Actually, I could probably get off the Mac.
I'm not going to touch that. You don't have a ding, ding, ding you can get off the Mac?
I got a ring.
That's probably better than nothing. All right, so I know you were about to jump into a topic before I interrupted you.
Yeah.
I got distracted by...
Well,
I need wheels.
well, just like on a quick note, I just saw this scroll across the news. The Hot Pocket heiress, evidently, like the company who invented Hot Pockets and then sold it to Nabisco. I think it's Nabisco.
Sure.
She was getting sentenced because she was part of the college scandal, like paying for her kid to get into college, and so I didn't even know there was a Hot Pocket heiress. She was cute, as of all things, but I mean, I guess she got that Hot Pocket money.
She got a hot pocket.
So I mean, I just thought that was humorous. It was at work. I saw it scroll across, and like she got out of the car, walking in to get sentenced, and I was busy. I don't know. Dooley, pull that up. Let's find out what her sentence was. But while he does that, I brought a snack.
There was a thing.
Uh-oh.
Well, you just said a Hot Pocket. What?
Heiress. The heiress to the Hot Pocket fortune, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, there it is, right there.
I am impressed that you knew how to spell air. I was honestly waiting for AIR.
So yeah, what was her?
5 months in prison for her part in a college admission scandal.
5 months. That's it.
Well, they were seeking 2 years.
For getting your kid into prison? I mean, or
Okay.
for getting your kid into prison?
Come on, get my kid in
I
prison.
mean, kind of.
Yeah, basically. It's just really expensive prison. And you have to study? That's worse than prison.
Right.
The Hot Pocket heiress got sentenced to 5 months. I mean,
Pocket.
Okay, so I got a snack.
You got a snack?
you have
I-
D's nuts in your hand.
Yes. This snack is actually one of my coworkers. She's awesome, and she thought of me.
I like how she saw D's nuts and thought,
She saw
Jason.
D's nuts, and she was like, you know what? She was like, Team Fat Kid really like this. So D's Nut, you can find D's Nuts on dsnuts.com. So this lady, she's making all the nuts. These particular ones are sriracha and ranch.
I was just going to say, people give us a hard time about our name being Team Fat Kid, and people are making shit called D's Nuts. Like,
And it's got a cute little old lady.
which is funny considering it's D's Nuts. I guess it's supposed to be like Aunt D's Nuts. Like,
I guess.
Mama
But
D's.
so she was at
Mama
like a
D's.
wine festival.
That looks like the
and
fucking
use your words.
Cinderella, the fucking fairy lady.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Fairy godmother?
Take some nuts.
The Blue Fairy Godmother.
Yes.
So I mean, these are ranch sriracha. I thought they were fantastic, and I thought that I would share them with you guys.
That is pretty
No
good.
eating on the microphone.
Why not?
It's fucking annoying like that.
But what do you guys think?
They're good mics. I don't know what to tell you. I thought they were pretty good. The ranch doesn't come through real strong. It's more of like an undertone, but I think that's kind of a good thing.
I kind of thought it was more range forward.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really get it forward. I don't know. I get it more in
It's
the
the
end.
ranch forward, and then it's got like
A little sriracha in the background.
The heat comes like way late. That's the way I feel about it. Like the heat comes after you've already swallowed, basically. Look, I'm just talking about swallowing D's nuts.
Wow.
Too easy.
I love how I can keep a straight face through all this.
So,
All right, so Dooley and I had a conversation at work, and we were debating, and he went a little too far, but he Googled a little too far, and so
Did
that
you
third
reach
page?
the third page?
Well, that's the opposite of Alex's taking it.
no. So what we were discussing is a seltzer a beer,
No.
and what makes
It's a
what is the
beverage, ain't it?
what
Put
what
your
is-
hand down. You don't count.
What is the definition between the two? And like, so I figured we would go around the table. Do you consider a seltzer a beer? Dooley is out because he read too much. I told him to stop, but he couldn't.
This is too good of a topic.
Well, that's fine. All right, I say no. Seltzers are not a beer.
Because like our like
I
what
would-
is like in the brewing process, I feel like there has to be hops and things in order.
I feel like
the
you have to go
mash,
through like the work, the mash, the
Yeah.
yes, like and
in order to be.
there has to be some kind of, in my opinion, barley, like some kind of grain, barley, something. You know, barley. I'm not a beer expert by any means. I know barley's a big one, but again, like there's no, I can't imagine there's any
grain,
grain.
right.
Like I don't know how they make a seltzer, to be honest, but I feel like even if they do use grain, like you're filtering all of it out.
But then, like, how do you make it so clear?
That's what I'm like.
Is the color coming from the aging process?
Man, they
Is
might use
it-
fucking potatoes. I don't know. They make vodka out of that shit. I'm sure you
Yeah,
could
but,
turn.
I mean, potatoes, but that vodka's clear, so it's seltzer. Like, this is like.
I
Dennis, what do you
I
got?
don't
Like-
think it's a beer. I'll go with that. That I'm on.
I don't think it's a beer either. If anything, maybe a malt beverage.
Then what the fuck is it?
A malt beverage is a good
Okay,
guess.
so like, in my mind, like,
Kind of ruins my theory though, because that
so
still uses malt.
it can't be. Yeah,
But it's not.
But I don't even
but it's
think
not
they use
using
malt
grains.
in malt beverages. Like,
It's not using like grains or like barley or anything like that.
because
So it's like
I think if they distill it now, it's a liquor or a spirit,
a spirit. Yeah.
and so in order to keep it clear and bubbly, like I don't know the process. I mean, like, because if you're just taking seltzer water or water,
Yeah.
and then adding some sort of
Flavor.
flavor and alcohol to it, and then you're carbonating it, I think that's. Is it not?
It's not fermenting though.
Okay, true that. Okay, so but you don't have to ferment vodka.
Yeah.
Well, you got to distill it.
You distill it.
Yeah.
There's no
But
fermentation.
yeah, but it's not. But
And brown
but it's not-
liquors.
but at the same time, it's a liquor, not a beer. Beer, you got to
Right.
ferment. So it's like because
Okay, so you're saying they're not fermenting?
yeah, because if you look at
Oh, I see what you're
yeah,
saying.
because if you look at beer, because like
the yeast.
well, yeah, because you got to ferment for at least about 2 to 4 weeks, depending on what type of beer you're making.
Usually 30 days
Well,
for an IPA.
for IPAs and everything, but like for when you're doing like brown ales and stuff like that, it's 2 weeks, and then at least the ones at home,
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and then you got to either put it in your keg or you got to bottle it, and whenever you bottle it, then you got to let it sit for 2 weeks again because you got to let the carbonization and everything build up
to
from
carbonate.
yeah from
That's
all
when
the yeast.
fermentation
Unless,
starts.
unless you carbonate in the bottle, but I mean.
Well, that's where you get it from. Yeah, it was from the yeast.
All right, so
Yeah.
is it a beer or no?
No.
I don't think it's a beer. Dooley,
Since you've already read the answers, why don't you give them to us?
hold on. A producer didn't give. Do you think it's a beer?
Not a beer. All right, not a beer.
But I was literally thinking this before I went and cut because I was like, I think I'm going to give a beer for Lent. And I was like, I can still have myself first.
Survey says.
It is not a beer.
It is the same as a
A
light
light
beer.
beer. Yeah. But that's for the ABV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the ABV. It's not the definition. We need the definition of a beer. And all right,
Wrong one. Yeah.
Butcher, pull up the definition of a beer. Wow. Right, Wikipedia on the hard seltzer.
Definition. Okay.
Which one you got?
I got seltzer, but I need to put hard seltzer or alcoholic seltzer because
It's
seltzer
already
did not.
up. You can just read if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Hard seltzer, spiked seltzer, or hard sparkling water is an alcoholic beverage containing carbonated water, alcohol, and often fruit flavoring. The alcohol is usually made by using either a wine, spirit of fermented cane sugar-based alcohol. Sometimes malted barley is used. Well then, see,
Okay,
this
so then-
this could.
Dennis,
That's
what's
why. That's the difference, I think.
Okay.
because to me, like, okay, so they're selling it as beer, but it says spirit of fermented cane sugar, which is rum, right?
Yep.
So you got the definition of beer over there?
Definition: beer, an alcoholic beverage usually made from malted cereal grains such as barley, flavored with hops, and brewed by slow fermentation. A carbonated, non-alcoholic, or a fermented, slightly alcoholic beverage with flavoring from roots or other plant parts. Birch beer.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Can you read?
Right?
Can you read that last part again?
The birch beer part.
No, well, like the whole sentence. Yeah.
A carbonated, non-alcoholic, or a fermented, slightly alcoholic beverage with flavoring from roots or other plant parts. And then it says birch beer. I don't know why.
Okay, so
Well, birch isn't Budweiser aged on birchwood?
Beechwood.
here's the big thing that I want to focus on.
Yes, Beechwood.
One more time, Dennis. Just read the beginning of that because here's the part I want to focus on. This is the important part.
The non-alcoholic.
No, it's what comes after that.
Or a fermented, slightly alcoholic beverage with flavoring.
It has to be a fermented, slightly alcoholic beverage. Now, here's my question: does the beverage has to be fermented, or does again, if they're using rum? I don't think
Well, that's a
technically
spirit, though.
that's not
That's the spirit, and white rum isn't
fermented.
or is it?
I don't think it is
fucking know
because
how to make rum.
I don't think you ferment sugar. Fermenting usually involves
Well, the sugar
fruit,
is the food.
fructose.
It
is sugar
is the
that
food
you're-
for the yeast that creates the alcohol.
But I don't know. Does is straight cane sugar considered fermenting? But then, and if that's the case, then I guess seltzers would technically be considered a beer.
I don't know.
I don't think they'd be classified as a beer, but technically you could call them a beer, which I already hate. I don't like that.
You don't like the fact that they're calling a seltzer a beer?
If
Well,
seltzers fall
all
under
right.
the beer category, yes, I don't like it.
Okay, well, think about it this way.
Yes, Dennis.
He just pulled up something right here. For about seltzers, it's categorized in the industry as a malt alternative to beer.
Malternative? What the fuck does that even mean?
The alcohol spiking hard seltzer is typically derived from cane sugar rather than malted barley or grains as in beer, making it naturally gluten-free.
Okay, so what I'm reading there is that it wouldn't be a beer.
No.
But then again, all right, is malt liquor, is Mickey's a beer?
No, it's a
No,
malt
that's
beverage.
a malt liquor. But
It's a malt
again,
beverage.
It's a malt beverage, it's not malt liquor.
all right, you're right. Sorry, sorry on that. But I don't know because it says that some
'Cause if it
seltzers can
said
have
liquor
malt.
on it at all, they wouldn't sell it in 7-Eleven here.
But it says some seltzers have malt, and that says it's a malternative, saying that if it has malt, it sounds like it's a beer. If it doesn't, it sounds like it's a seltzer.
Well, it's
so
a malt.
is a malted seltzer a beer?
Hard seltzer, majority of it is produced with either a brewed malt or brewed sugar.
So if it's a brewed malt, does that mean that
What
it's a
the fuck?
beer?
Now I want to know what the fuck malt is.
Malt is
I know what malt is in a malt ball or in a malt shake, but is that even, is that just sugar?
That's pretty much sugar, yeah.
Not to me, it looks like
Well,
a fucking
it's
grain.
grain.
And now
That's-
you look
yeah,
at
it's-
grain.
it's like
but
a
now,
barley.
but now if it's a grain or cereal, it's no longer gluten free, so it's a malt alternative. So it's not using malt, right?
Yeah.
In a seltzer, they're
Yeah.
not using malt.
That's
But
why
it does say
it's
some seltzers can have malt in them. So again,
It
if
depends
it's
on which one it is.
so here's my question: if it's a malted seltzer, is it considered a beer?
I would believe so because it's malted.
Now that is a very specific category of seltzers.
Have you ever seen one?
I don't drink a lot of seltzers, bro. Yes, I had to throw the bro in there. I almost went Brad or Chad, but bro seemed more appropriate.
Bro, do you even White Claw?
No, I don't.
Today.
You know what's really sad? And I was literally about to make a joke, trying to make a play on the word mango, and he pulled out the fucking mango White Claw. Does this mean you want me to pour this right now?
Crack it open, man. We're gonna fucking
No claws.
There are no
There are
laws
laws
on
when
the
you're drinking
claw.
claws.
So we are gonna have a mango White Claw right now.
Okay.
And on top of
By the way,
Uh,
Team Fat Kid does not support or endorse breaking any or ignoring any laws while drinking White Claws. This is a public service announcement.
Just so you know,
from
you're
your
all
local
about to be
asshole.
wearing polo shirts. And
I mean, I don't.
We're not golfing today.
This is not your first time drinking White Claw.
No.
It's not. But it's
Not
not
on
like
the
we do
podcast,
this.
no.
It's not like we're at the bar like, yo, bro, you got any White Claw mango?
You
You got that grapefruit? Yo, come on, I know you got that
I know you
dragon
got
fruit
one
back
in the back.
there.
I know you guys buy the variety pack, and no one likes the grapefruit. Let me get the grapefruit. 'Cause I don't know. like, do bars buy them specifically in flavor, or do they buy them in the multi-flavor pack? And it's like, you got any White Claws? Yeah, but all I got left is this nasty coconut.
I can tell you that I did buy one case of mango-specific White Claw.
I'll take
so
the
you
Bud
can.
Light seltzer over this.
As we were looking up the whole thing with hard seltzers,
What's the ABV on White Claw, by the way?
like 6%.
I think it's like 6, yeah.
I think it's the highest alcohol of them.
this is a related search.
It's really kind of hard to read on here, actually. Do you want to try and read that? Because it's either a 5 or a 6. The left hand of the number is gone. Good fucking luck.
Let me just grab it. Let me grab you another one.
There's a box in there. I should
But
have it on the box.
motherfucker, just look at the number. You don't need to grab me one. Look at the box.
I'm gonna.
Roll your happy ass over there.
Hold that.
Can you pass me
Head
a
getting
teddy
yanked
bear?
back from headphones and shit. 5%. All right. Still. More than a teddy.
Hold on.
Wait. But wait, there's more.
Oh, God, the grapefruit.
Sure shit. Ruby grapefruit, gentlemen.
Oh,
Drink up on your chug. Don't forget to chug your mango.
Oh yeah, we're not done with this yet because it's about to get really bad.
Okay, that's like chugging a sour. It's just not enjoyable.
See, I disagree. I don't have anything against. Damn, that was loud.
Yeah, it was.
I don't have anything against the ciders.
Ciders.
No, don't insult
Seltzer.
a cider.
Sorry, seltzer.
Don't insult a cider with this.
The seltzer market is strong, especially in this area. That's great to pour.
Yeah, it wasn't
You can
good
hear
for
it,
us.
yeah.
Right there, yeah.
I'm not going to lie, as much as I hate to admit this, but considering our go-round with the Mango-Ritas,
Oh, well.
for those of you that don't know, I will
That's
keep this
a
very
malt
short.
beverage.
I will keep this, I will
Yeah.
keep this very short, though. Jason and I went golfing one time and happened to... We brought a case of beer, but we got some Mango-Ritos, quite a
This
few of
smells
them,
better than mango.
from the golf shop,
Better?
It smells
and
better.
proceeded to get more Mango-Ritos after crushing, I think, the first case that we bought, and it was a very... I think we stopped like
That's not
3
bad.
holes short of 18.
Alex, that brings up what I pulled up.
One second, though.
I'll also tell you, he made it seem like it was only you.
It was Alex.
It might have been
He
more
was
me.
not partaking in the
No, I did have some Mango-Ritos, but I was not...
Oh,
because they come in the small
I
cans.
was crushing them.
And, like, we poured them in the cups, and he crushed one and threw 2 cans away. Like, he was drinking one while we split one to drive away, but he threw 2 cans in the trash. And what's the alcohol content on them?
They're
motherfuckers?
like 8.
Yeah.
Those are high.
I just we didn't look at that. They was just like, oh, this is a tiny little fucking can.
Yeah,
Well, I'll drink like
It's
2.
hot outside. It's delicious.
It's like 2 a hole. By the time I got to the 12th, I was like,
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know if I could see
I
which ball
would-
is mine
the Mango-Rita.
at the tee box. There's 3
Is
of
that
them.
by
I'm
Bud
just-
Light? Who makes Mango-Rita? Don't.
Yes,
But,
at
yeah, that's
Key.
Bud Light.
Is
Yeah.
it
A
Budweiser,
store, yeah.
Anheuser-Busch? Somebody makes
yeah.
the Mango-Ritas. I think are better than
Look at the Lime-A-Ritas and everything.
All right, I got a little
They're
distracted.
better-
I just wanted to say that I would drink White Claw on a golf course pretty much all day long. That's where I'm going with that.
It's easy. It's
It
hot
is.
when
It's
when
easy.
it's hot outside. It's
Yeah.
easy to drink.
Worst
But
Right.
of them all.
But there are no laws on the golf course. I mean, there are a
What?
shit ton of
There are.
laws.
There are.
There are a shit ton of rules,
Yes.
not laws.
Well,
I saw
I'm
someone almost get kicked out of a charity function golf like event
Who?
at the golf.
Not us.
No, it's the
I've
one
seen
that-
people
that
get kicked
taken
out.
a picture
I've seen
on-
people get kicked out of golf tournaments.
Yeah,
I
like,
pointed that way.
he slid him on the fucking green.
Didn't do nothing though.
you don't do that during a tournament. That's just stupid. There's too many people out there. Do that on
You don't-
do that on a Tuesday like 3.
And then you only got to deal with the
Sorry,
the range master.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, you can see him coming. He's got the little flag and everything,
He busted one of those out.
or at least like the thing on the front of his cart where it's just like the sign that says range master. Range master. I don't think that's the right word.
I'll admit, the grapefruit one's better than the mango.
Alright. I came over here and hunt down Mr. Nasty.
You do know that I still have 5 more beers out of the 6-pack that we already had,
Yeah.
right?
It's okay.
Hey,
It's Monday. This isn't quite the Thursday cast yet.
Alright, so you can't look at this one.
And yes,
Everybody-
the
everybody
Ruby.
finish up.
Well, it's. I'm sorry, it says it right here.
Oh. Oh, damn.
I.
Now you know.
There
Don't tell them.
was. No. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, fuck it. If everybody knows,
Dennis doesn't.
this is the producer's least favorite.
Oh, no, I know which one it is.
Hold on, let me make sure.
I just wanted to hold your hand, bro.
Make sure I don't have any flavor in there for this one.
Come on, Brad. Be my Chad.
Oh, God. Jesus.
That's the most bro thing to say. Come on, Brad. Be my Chad.
All right, so
He didn't. It was.
and
sad.
I did not. I just want you to know that I did not plan this for the podcast. This is just how it turned.
We don't have plans, man.
I have an idea, man. I just bring
What
up
the hell is
topic.
that?
What the hell's that smell?
Yeah.
You mean like
It smells like coconut
like
almost. Like
suntan lotion?
yeah.
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 Better drink me some suntan
Some,
lotion.
what is the banana?
You know what's
what
really
is the
sad?
Banana boat.
suntan-
Banana boat. Yeah.
I'm sitting here listening to you guys go, "Oh, that's so bad, and that smells horrible," and I still hadn't poured mine yet, and I still poured myself a big cup. Like I should have just been like, "Ah, a little splash."
It doesn't smell horrible.
Does it smell like rum chata?
No.
Okay, it's not.
No, don't salt
Oh,
rum
no,
chata
rum
like that.
chata
Okay,
looks
so
like
this
a
is the
cocaine
Bon and Vib,
Yeah,
Bon and Vib,
yeah,
coconut.
I'm with you.
It's not that bad.
I meant the rum chata part and the sunscreen. Actually, I just got that too.
Tastes like sunscreen.
I mean, no, I mean, yeah, it's coconutty sunscreen up front, water in the back. If that makes you feel any better about the situation.
Nope. Get coconutty sunscreen. The problem is it seems to be more sunscreen than coconut.
Okay, but what I'm saying is right now
Ugh.
you're also hydrating.
It's got that
All of a sudden I'm like a seltzer
fucking.
fucking.
It's got the suntan like the sunscreen freaking him coating on your tongue feeling. Like,
Jason,
ah.
I would rather just drink like vodka water with lemon.
Sour Patch Kids.
As long as it's not the actual
Sour Patch
Patch
Kid.
Kid, that's cool. I'll take the sour.
You don't want the cornstarch slurry?
I swear to God. You guys ever want to see me puke? Give me another one of those fucking Sour Patch Kids.
There's
All
some
right.
in there.
Hey, Melissa, you want to go ahead and go grab one of this?
Okay, so
Your laptop is in front of me, sir.
so we accidentally got hung up on this, and Dooley. All right, so doctor confirms White Claw is the best way to get drunk.
Apparently.
What was? Is that what topic? Did you, yeah, I saw you had something bold. Where'd you go?
What do you consider best way? Is this like
Wait,
healthiest? Is this most efficient?
I mean,
Because
staying hydrated.
Kind of
people
both.
pour vodka up their own goddamn ass.
You want a butt chug, bro?
What?
You've
Never heard that?
You've never heard of butt chugging?
I've heard of it, but did you say a butt shot? Like
No, butt
chug?
chug. You want a butt chug?
Oh no.
You want a butt chug, bro?
Butt shot. That's all right. There you
Hey,
go.
bro.
Here's a new thing.
I only
Just
do
give
one
me
more butt
let
shot.
Me, let me sit on top of my head and give me just one more ounce. I'm ready to go home. Fuck that.
All right, then. You really do stay more hydrated when drinking low-calorie hard seltzers. Because it has less sugar, you don't have the horrible hangover the next day. Now, that's actually kind of useful. Believe it or not, you do get drunk faster, even though it seems like it takes at least 5 of them to really start feeling unstoppable on the dance floor. Because carbonated beverages get absorbed into the bloodstream faster. Finally, White Claw doesn't have all those
Icky.
Sorry, there's a glare on the screen. Icky chemicals that you find in beer, wine, or whiskey. Specifically whiskey, I'm curious. Scientists call them congeners, and it's giving me a headache just thinking about them.
All right, you? Or you?
No, he's reading it. He's
I'm
reading it.
actually reading. That's why I said there's a glare on the screen. I'm not just looking like a lizard moving my head back and forth because I want to fly.
Yeah, because the guy's like, my apologies to the guy I laughed at when he told me that he was wasted after drinking 4 of them.
Let's put this to the test.
I don't. You know what? Maybe that's a tolerance thing. I am positive we could drink 4 of these in a 2-hour period and be okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure me and Dennis would kill a whole case.
I'm pretty sure I could drink 4 of these in a 2-hour period right now and be okay.
Why
And that
would it be a 2-hour period? Is that what it said?
no, I'm just giving it a fair
Well,
time frame.
In 2 hours, I would hope you'd be okay.
Well, I've also already been drinking,
Technically-
which is why I said even
Technically,
right now I feel like it
2
would be fine.
drinks in 4 hours, or if you drink
4 drinks in 2 hours.
Well, if 2 drinks an hour is basically like what
Yeah.
you want to govern your fucking life on, like to be
Yeah,
whether
I'm
you're
screwed.
intoxicated or not, according to the tips profile.
Not really.
It's
He is.
it's a drink an hour.
It also depends on your body
Coming
size.
from your tip certified trainer.
Drink an hour.
It's 1 drink an hour.
Your liver can process your drink now.
Yeah, your liver can process 1, so you can drink 2 an hour.
Which I see
Would
where
keep
you're
you
going.
underneath the
Okay,
legal
I see
limit.
where you're going.
Would keep you underneath the legal limit.
Well, Team Packet does not support or induce drinking and driving or keeping it under the legal limit. Do not attempt that. We are just hypothetically talking
Buzz
about
driving is drunk
alcohol.
And I talked to a cop, and he's like, "Hey, that's what I do." So,
Hey,
I remember that story.
we're just not giving legal advice here. Or
we are not giving
stating
legal
facts.
advice.
We're just this is rough
Spitballing.
estimates,
Spitballing.
rough
Spitballing.
estimations
If you
of
want-
alcohol tolerances.
If you want to move away from that, I did see something last night on Facebook that I thought was very interesting. Yeah. Did you know that blood can be used as an egg substitute when baking?
Say what?
Blood can be used as egg substitute when baking.
Blood?
Does
Blood.
that mean
Like pork blood?
Does
like
that,
blood,
okay,
blood.
So
Chicken blood? Doesn't matter which one it is.
They were talking about human blood.
okay. Does that mean that if a
What?
Yeah.
does that mean a
The
vegan
fuck?
can eat bread? Can a vegan make bread with their own blood? Does that count as eating animals?
Yes.
Does that make you?
But-
You could not do it.
But hold on,
Not-
does that mean you can eat it yourself, but
Okay.
you just can't serve it to somebody else?
All right. This
I
is
see where you're at now.
This is straight from it, right? Not that we would recommend it, but a
Shit
team,
just got real.
Yeah, but a team at Nordic Food Lab studied the science behind blood's coagulating properties and determined blood is a viable egg substitute in baking due to the very similar protein composition shared between the two. If you're out of eggs and super desperate to bake your souffle, the substitution ratio is 65 grams of blood for one egg, or 43 grams of blood for one egg white. But probably just run to the store instead.
43 grams?
That's
Yeah.
fucking metal as fuck, bro.
All right, so
Yeah.
Let's
like,
talk about
we
that.
gotta, let's convert grams to ounces.
Dooley.
So 43 grams. 43 grams to an ounce of blood. So, yeah, type in 43 there. There you go.
1.5
Ounces.
of blood.
So that's like 1/4 of a cup almost? No.
No, that's like
It's like a tablespoon.
Yeah.
probably about No, 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons. Our best guesstimate, Lauren will fucking text me and let me know that when he listens to this podcast that we were way the fuck off.
But still, I saw that shit last night. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, this is definitely going on the podcast.
What the hell? Yeah, you did that backwards, but it'll still work. Just type it in the other side.
Okay.
There you go. So 0.6 of a cup. How much did we need?
2. So
See, just type it in the other side. We need it.
2 tablespoons would be 0.125 of a cup.
Grams to ounces, dude. Or grams to cups.
No.
Yeah, change that there. You're not gonna get it in liquid. You gotta change the volume part. You were there. You're still there. Okay.
All right, grams and cups.
All right. So 43 grams.
130 grams per cup. Dry goods.
That's a liquid though. Blood.
Yeah.
You smell deliciously like smoke.
Well, I did just add some to the smoker.
We'll come back to that in one moment. As soon as we figure out how much blood we got to put in the fucking baked good. You really have just Googled your way out of this. Just go back to the original one and change at the top where it said volume.
Instead of
Back page. God, Dooley.
Right down there, grams to ounce. There you go.
Yeah. And then at the top where it has, like, see the mass? Up the top, up.
There you go.
Now you can change
Alex
that.
Moore's fucking drug dealer.
Sorry.
Volume.
So 1 gram of water is 1 milliliter. So you would need 43 milliliters of blood
All right, milliliters.
per egg. Would you like milliliters to ounces? Dooley can probably get that one.
He's on it right now. Milliliters. Ounces. Up. U.S. fluid ounces. Up. One more.
There you go.
There you go. 43.
So you would need 1.454 ounces of blood.
I figured that
Per
I
egg.
think we already figured that part out. We were trying to figure out how much of a cup is 1.4 fluid ounces.
Math.
Well, cup's 8 ounces.
So 1/8.
So it's probably about 6
Nope. There are no
Really
sixes.
far.
All right, so
No, I'm saying like times 1.45.
all right, so we
times
made
6, you get
made
8.
bread today.
I'm right, fucker. Add it up. Think about it. 1.5 times 6 gives
Funny
you
when
8.
you did that, huh?
Okay, so we made
We
made
a jalapeno bacon cheddar beer bread today.
This segment of the podcast is called the recipe of the week. So, Dennis, take it away.
Okay, so you need 3 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of
You
baking
gotta tell them
powder.
what we're making first.
I did.
We wasn't paying attention.
No, you weren't. Because we're making a jalapeno bacon cheddar beer bread.
I missed it too.
Yeah, well, y'all don't listen, especially when I talk. So you need 3 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of cumin, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 6 slices of crispy cooked bacon coarsely chopped, 3 tablespoons of jalapeno peppers finely minced, with or without the seeds. We did with half of the seeds in it. 2 1/4 cups of grated cheddar cheese, 1 12-ounce beer. Can't be a light beer. It's got to be a regular beer, no flavored beers. 3 tablespoons of butter melted. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Lightly grease a 9x5-inch loaf pan, and then in a large bowl mix all the ingredients together. Adjust until they're combined. Do not overmix, and then pour into the loaf pan. And bake for 50 to 60 minutes or until set and lightly brown, and then you remove from the pan and let it stand for at least 20 minutes before you cut into it.
We definitely didn't let it stand for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, I love how it says pour. It was more like flop.
I know.
Pour
It
into.
said technically said spoon, but we didn't do that. We just
Well, yeah, we had
Do we
hands
ever pay attention
with
to
gloves.
actual recipes?
Well, spooning, either way, you're flopping it in there.
Yeah.
I don't care if you whip it off the end of a spoon or push it in with your
Look.
hands.
It wasn't horrible.
Oh
Yeah, no, it was not a pourable substance. It was.
Oh, and we kind
oh,
of did
good,
the
good.
one thing backwards on that one, because apparently what it says, what you're supposed to do is you're not supposed to add the butter until the end. You pour it over top, right before you put it in the oven,
Interesting.
so that way it gets browned on the top.
Kind of podcast topic.
Not.
Okay,
But,
so
yeah, I
all
did.
of us don't really follow exactly to a recipe.
No, we do not.
Unless it's baking, like actual baking.
Apparently not.
Hey, that's what you said.
Because we
'Cause
failed
we-
on that one too.
Apparently, if you're supposed to dump the butter over the top and we put it in the recipe, we did not follow baking directions.
This kind of goes into said person at work. If you give her a recipe, she's
shit.
to the point on every single thing. Where do you feel like if you have someone at work like that, like someone that
No,
doesn't?
we're talking about the same person. Edamame salad.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
no, absolutely fucking not. She is 100% opposite of what you were talking about.
no, I'm saying like someone that's trying to stick directly to the recipe, even though you need to times that bitch by like 40 because you're feeding to 100 people, and they don't get it, or you just going, yeah, fuck it. Like,
So
What's your question, real quick, before you jump in?
let me just okay, yeah, go.
What's the question? Just simple. So what's the question?
If I give somebody a recipe,
do you want them to follow it directly, or like just piece in with you? Like, okay, here's a recipe. This is what I want you to do to it. It's not going to be exactly what is on the sheet. Like,
What is
okay,
improvise,
it's,
basically.
okay, it depends on the setting and it depends on what like improvisation.
improvisation?
Thank you. When I hand someone a recipe and I say I want it done exactly this way,
That's the point of a recipe.
when I hand somebody an idea, that's you ballpark it.
yeah,
I do not hand that person ever an idea.
yeah.
When would I ever hand said person an idea? Sorry, he knows who we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, no, I got you.
Okay, so
Wait,
let me spin the story back a little bit and to bring you guys up to speed. So we had to make an edamame salad. She's made this edamame salad at least 3 times.
Like consistently, like, or it was just over like a long period of time, just like
In
couple months.
In the past couple months.
Okay.
She's made it batched. She's made it in batch. I would say 3 times prior to this time. So, because I keep the same recipe that I printed off the internet for her, and I hang it up every time there's like same pieces of paper, her fingerprints on it and everything. I hang like when we're done, I take it down and I put it back in the file. When the shit pops up again, I hang it up on the fridge. Boom, right next to the BEO. So she's like, "Oh, edamame salad. Oh, I grab this and I go make it." This time, no fucking clue. I've never made this before in my life. I don't know what I'm doing. Like blah blah blah. Blah. I'm like, okay. I go over and I taste it. And I was like, it tastes like shit. It's like, what'd you do? Where's this? Where's this? Like, I'm looking at it, I'm tasting it, and I'm like, all right, how do I fix this vat of edamame salad? And I'm like, all right, because like this point, we don't have any more edamame. It's like this is not something we do all the time. We bring in edamame, we make edamame salad, and that's the end of it. I was like, well, where's your red onion? She's like, I don't see any red onion. I was like, it's I don't see it in the recipe. And I was like, well, it's right here in the recipe. She points at this fucking, all right, to give people an idea. Like, remember when you were in school and you had like your school pictures taken and that smallest wallet size,
1 inch by 2 inch.
Yeah, like that picture that like your mom gave you of your sibling because it cost like 50 cents. That's on the corner of the fucking page. And she's looking at the picture and like, I don't see any red onion in there. And I was like, I looked at Dooley and Dooley was like, well, he would have to be the best fucking photographer in the fucking world in order to find every fucking item in the fucking picture. Like, so
did she season it by the picture? Was there seasoning supposed to be in it? Like,
Yeah, why did it taste like shit? 'Cause it was bland?
yeah, like well, what can you deem from a picture? Like, oh, it's brown. I'll put soy sauce in it.
Okay, so like in the recipe that I handed her, it's like for making 8 servings. We need 100. It's my fault. I will take some blame because I did not convert these measurements for her. But I was like, just multiply them by 10. 80 should get you close. That's my fault. I'll take the hit because like I assumed it was a simple task.
I'm a big fan of if you give someone a recipe, they follow the recipe. Now, we do a lot of cooking here where we find recipes and manipulate them because we're cooking something new for us. This isn't something that needs to be done the same way every time. Right. If you have a recipe, you want it done that way every time. There's a reason you have a recipe. Why make the recipe if you're just going to cook it differently every time? Which is why we don't have a lot of recipes, because we will change it every fucking time.
Yeah, the next time we do the same thing will be different because we don't want to eat the same thing again.
Either that or like, well, what I have a problem with trying to improve things all the time. So, like, my mom asked me why we haven't written down recipes. It's like, well, because last time I had too much brown sugar. So now I'm taking brown sugar away and I'm adding a little more cayenne. And next time I'll be like, oh, well, the cayenne was on point, but I need a little bit more, like, white pepper, you know, like we need a little bit more kick, and just, so you know you need. I don't know. That's why we don't have recipes. But if I give someone a recipe, I want them to follow it. I will say it's really funny when recipes aren't written correctly. What I mean by that is a lot of us know what a build looks like. You have an ingredients list that tells you how much and usually how much it costs and so on and so forth. And at the bottom or the top, depending on your build, it has a description of how to make the dish. And it's very funny when either the description is wrong or there is no description, and basically it says mix all ingredients. And my favorite is when it includes either butter or oil that has to be incorporated by emulsification, which is basically a very fast whipping or using a blender in order to mix the oil with the
an
fats.
Emulsification, in the sense of the word, is not a permanent mixture.
Right.
This will break eventually.
But it cracks me up when someone just says mix all ingredients and butter or oil is in them, and then it separates immediately, and people are like, well, you did it wrong. And it's like, I follow the directions. It said mix all ingredients in a bowl and stir. Like, all right, that's what I did. But if you get down
to the bottom, just like we did with the bread, pour butter over top.
Yeah, but this...
Which is why we didn't get the brown top.
This particular build that I did, and I knew better. As I'm doing it, like, the chef even looked at me and was like, why'd you do that? And I was like, dude, that's what the directions said. And I looked at it and I was like, I thought about it. Like, it didn't seem like it was right. And this is at a major chain. Like... big restaurant. Like, I wasn't even in the kitchen. I was front of the house. I was manager, and I had to learn kitchen stuff, and I knew how to do prep, but I followed the prep recipe. And sure enough, you know, the other manager looked at me and was like, what'd you do? And I was like, hey, I followed the directions. Like, this is stupid. I knew it was stupid, but I followed the directions, and guess what? It's stupid. You should change this.
That has happened to me, too.
Like, I get it. I knew I was doing something wrong, and I was like, you know what? They said follow the directions. Like, cool, I'll follow the directions. But
I can read.
I do feel like, and I hope that it got updated afterwards, because anyone coming in as a line cook or a prep cook or whatever that hasn't been doing it for a long time,
also going to continue to make it.
Yeah, is gonna do it wrong every time, and then of course that's product waste. But again, I'm a big fan of following a recipe if you're given one, but if you are doing something for yourself, creating something new, experimenting,
absolutely, then
it's exactly that. It's an experiment. You can. I tend to take 2 or 3 recipes. And take what I like out of them.
Well, that's like,
and merge them.
Like, because right now, we're in the middle of this podcast, which is why the podcast exists, is because we sit around and bullshit while we're smoking something. We're making pastrami right now, but we've pretty much looked at 4 recipes and all right then, this is what we're gonna roll with.
Yep,
it's like,
and you know what? Even
these are the products we have.
Even in the recipes that we find the problems, I think some of the problems that we come across, like this recipe in particular, had essentially 3 different cook methods.
Yes.
And we're
alleviating too.
But we found that those are more almost reheat methods versus.
I do think like the boil needs to happen because I think that's gonna bring moisture back.
Okay.
Bring in moisture back.
I mean,
to the recipe.
I'm down, but there was a steaming aspect as well that I definitely
I think
the
steaming is because we're looking at like large
quantity. This is bulk prep. This is how you make it, and then in order to
we can totally say like we looked at the Cat's Deli recipe.
Yeah,
and for service they keep it steaming, so it's hot when they pull it out to hand cut it to put it on bread. And so the sandwich that we're looking at making is the New York on rye, the New York pastrami on rye, and I think I have the right mustard.
I
believe that that's the only thing that
ingredient like that we may or may not have.
Yeah, and and I think that it's imperative to the dish. So hopefully this works the fuck out.
If not, you know what? 7-Eleven delivers
pastrami. You guys got pastrami?
I don't need pastrami. We just need mustard. They got a condiment aisle. Let's just hope that they carry some strange mustard. I'm assuming it's like a whole grain.
No.
No?
No. It's a spicy brown.
Like a Dijon?
Spicy brown.
Hey, we might be able to get that at 7-Eleven.
Starts with a G.
If not, Uber exists.
I'm pretty sure I got it. I'm pretty. My mustard collection is strong.
That pooping? You got that pooping? Anyway.
So,
yeah, why not?
All right, so we're gonna plug our affiliate real fast, and we'll be right back.
Because we love Spreaker, and we also love
food.
Well, that works.
Ourselves. Go. This podcast is brought to you in affiliation with Stitcher Podcast Radio. Head on over to Stitcher.com/premium and sign up today for only $4.99 a month. Use promo code TeamFatKid for get 1 month absolutely free. Stream and download all your favorite podcasts, such as this one, Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, My Favorite Murder, Wolverine, The Lost Trail, Alex's Favorite, Bitch Sesh. You get the Fantasy Footballers, Science Rules with Bill Nye, and many, many more. We're talking 21,000 premium hours of podcasting. That is 2.4 years. You get all the bonus episodes. You get the ad-free shows. You get Dooley's favorite 300-plus comedy albums. You can check out all the new releases before they come out. And just remember, all you have to do is head on over to Stitcher.com/premium. Sign up and use the promo code TeamFatKid. Test it out for a month absolutely free on us. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, so what I did want to bring up is that I read an article, and it was about food waste. And so this chef decided to alleviate food waste in his fryer dredge, like where he dredges chicken and everything else through, to refine that and then turn it into spatzel.
Wait, what?
That's Interesting.
Like little pieces?
Like, no, like he, like, obviously sifted out, like, the chunks.
The French fry.
And then, so what was left, like, you know, boiled it to alleviate the contaminants and making it into spatzel, which is the German pasta.
I mean, that's... I gotta say,
And he was like, the flavor profile is unheard of.
I've heard of some French kitchens, and you want to save everything, but I have never heard of a kitchen...
Saving the dredge?
Yes. And I'm impressed. Like, I like the idea. And I have to admit, as a pasta goes, having like a chicken-flavored, breaded pasta noodle sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean... Like,
I'm on board.
Like, it sounded fantastic, and, like, it's a seasoned dredge, of course. You know? And... And I just thought it was like it's a great way, like when you season your dredge and then to turn it into something else. Like I would have never, might as well last one. I just thought it was a new and inventive way to use up a waste product. And I just thought I needed to bring that to the world's attention. So after you bread your schnitzel, take the dredge and then turn it into spatzel.
But at the same time, wouldn't that be, you gotta worry about like salmonella and stuff?
Well, that's why you boil it.
You're boiling it, and you're cooking it.
I feel like one day that magnet's just not gonna work. We're
Well,
gonna find out the hard way.
That's not today. Hopefully.
This magnet?
That was me knocking on wood, just for all of you who could hear that on the podcast.
We'll talk about that on Thursday.
Or you're absolutely gonna miss one day.
Yeah, just missed the ball.
That's more likely.
That's definitely more likely, yeah.
Just throw it on the floor.
Eventually, he'll just start hitting the refrigerator behind him. It's a much bigger target. Just turn around and post it up on the fridge.
There.
I will say that.
All right, so what is...
What is? I don't know. Just
It has a vanilla note, right? It's just me?
yeah, just you. There's something. I'm not getting.
It's not vanilla?
I'm not getting.
Smelling coconut.
Maybe it's the cup.
Yeah, it's probably the cup.
Definitely not a vanilla flavor.
I'm smelling now.
I'm not.
No.
See, I get almost more of like a sour note, but again, some of that could be the coconut. Maybe we should have gotten clean cups after the sunscreen.
Swirl your cup around, and you could smell it.
Yeah, y'all need like a water bottle or something out here.
To rinse cups?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I don't know if it's tough because we're in the same cups.
I think it would just be a tough one in general, to be honest.
Just like right now, I feel like it doesn't have much flavor at all. Is it because I've been drinking seltzers?
Maybe. I don't. There's not a strong flavor profile. It's very. I think it is
Let
very.
me cleanse my palate with this teddy.
I think it
beer.
is very muted. Session what?
Session ale.
Yeah, you got me all worried
4.9
4.9 herd.
and 25 for IBUs, and I give it a 3. I can drink it.
Okay.
I like how you put like 3. I'm like, I'll continue to partake in it.
It's not a peeper.
I think that it's a Pils. And I'll say a 5. And then I think the IBU is 20. And I'll give it make one more sip. I'll give it a 4. That's high for me. I'll give it a 4. It's easy to drink.
Dooley.
I'm gonna say ale. 6%. 50 IBU. And I'll give it a 3.
I'm still torn on whether or not it tastes like sunscreen coconut or not. All right, I'll give it an ale. I'm gonna go with a 5.4. 18 IBUs, and I'm gonna give that a 3.5. Pretty easy drinker.
It's enjoyable.
Nothing special in my opinion, though. I hate to say it. This is
Nothing special by
Flying Dog It is called Underdog.
Oh, shit.
Is that the black pepper one?
This is the gold lager. It did get the What the Eck Award. Yeah, it's a lager at 3.9%. Coming in real low there. I do not have Ibus. Dooley, are you working on that?
Yes, he is.
25.
Boom, he beat Dennis.
All right, so you get a trophy, and you get a trophy, and you get a trophy. Everyone gets a trophy! And the biggest, shiniest one goes to you for the can you hold in your hand. 100% of the net proceeds from Underdog Gold Lager, a minimum of $25,000 annually, will benefit Chef's Cycle for No Kid Hungry, a 3-day ride that brings together chefs and culinary professionals working to end childhood hunger in the U.S.
Nice. So it's...
So I maybe there is something special about the beer. It's just maybe not the beer.
On that one.
I'm not saying it's a bad beer, but there's just nothing like...
Nothing over the top about it that...
As I said, it's an easy drinker.
It's a lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
5. Wait.
So...
Still looking?
What are we
Ibis? Still looking for Ibis?
I think it's a 25.
25?
No, because it was showing.
They've got like a bunch of different numbers here.
Nah, it could be different years.
5.2% ABV and a 25 IBU, but
Nope, different years.
4.2% and
3.9 is... Hold on, go to the one underneath it. Just click that. Click that.
Yeah, at the brewery.
Yeah, the brewery's website that says 3.9. Let's try that.
I'm pretty sure that's safe. If I was a betting man, I would say this is accurate.
Yeah, you'd hope, right?
I don't see IBUs. I do see the same story I just read. Oh,
There's
18?
Wow.
Who hit that one on the head? This guy. This guy.
Some bitch.
Sorry, Dooley.
He got a fucking point, man.
I did.
was totally running away with this shit with 1 point.
Well, does that mean we need to do a tiebreaker real quick?
There's a tiebreaker.
All right.
And then we're going to wrap this podcast up.
Well, you got one topic while I pour this beer?
No, because I'm going to save them for tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah, I got a good one for Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursday,
Do
same
you
day.
have one for today, Dennis?
Not for today. It's for Thursday.
Billy, do you have a topic for today? Of course not. Let's go move on.
Well, how about any... I got one. How
Trivia card.
about any other stupid recipes that you have come across? Like things that just were incomplete or someone missed something simple that was obviously wrong but didn't get fixed. Pass me your cup.
Yeah, just because it's a tiebreaker, guys.
I mean, Jason and I will drink this whole beer.
Damn it. We have to share. I'm just interested to get back into White Claws.
Said no white guy.
No laws when you're drinking claws.
No laws. All right. For the tiebreaker beer, let's do it.
Hello, how are you?
Still coconut.
He said still coconut.
Oh, I did have a topic. Some bitch.
Well, you can still bring it out.
So on March 26th, Team Packet will be on the Great Food Truck Race.
Why is that not a topic in every video
I
we've done
don't-
today?
Well, because we haven't done anything about it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
We haven't even talked about it. So Team Packet will be on the Great Food Truck Race. Hashtag at Food Network. Is that it? Is that a thing on the podcast? I don't know. On the Food Network. Damn it. We made it. Dooley, do it. We made it.
Okay, back up next time.
Yeah. Damn. Oh.
Damn.
I'm really hoping that post-mix that controls the popping.
I don't know. All right.
Probably
I
not.
don't know either.
Did it land in your ears? Because you're in the post mix, motherfucker.
I mean, it was kind of loud.
Okay, well, hopefully you just didn't hear the popping and like we did, but
Nope.
So yes, Team Fat Kid, we went to
Southern California.
and did a thing
yeah, we did a thing. We
With a
did
food
thing
truck.
on a food truck.
with some cameras.
Yeah, and cameras and Tyler Florence. It
That's
was
right.
awesome. So we'll talk about that more later, coming up in the later weeks.
And some power stances.
Well, we did a lot of
Power stance, that's right.
That was awesome.
Do it for the drone.
All right, guys, let's talk about this beer and let's get it done.
IPA.
Wow, he's really jumping in.
IPA, I will go with 5.9%.
I think we're on a fucking low end on the ABVs
Yeah.
in this one.
35.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, right.
And then I'll give it a 3.
Dooley, you want to go? Before Jason and I go head to head.
Lager. 5.5. 50.
I don't know. I went to Dooley's
3.
Cup to get another sample. I forgot we were head to head on this. Can I get another sample?
And notice I just went straight, just middle. 5.5, 50.
All right, so
At least you didn't go after.
all right.
You didn't follow everything
You want me to
I
go?
said.
No, what we'll do is we'll each do style. All right, do you think it's a lager?
I think it's a lager. I don't like agreeing with Dooley, so I don't like him. I don't like
Yeah.
that he went first, but I do think it's a lager.
Lager's a good one. I'm gonna go with Dennis on the IPA.
IPA?
I think it's probably an ale, but it's not dark enough. All right, so I'll go first on the ABV. I think that it is a 6%er.
I'm doing a 5.3.
No, you go.
IBUs, I'm going to give it a 22.
That's a good call. Fuck you. I'm gonna say it's a 30.
30. And as a rating, I'm going to give that
I'll give it a 3.5.
me too. Yeah.
All right, so survey says
Survey says Sierra Nevada Easy Drinking Lager.
fuck. You got the lager point. Damn it! I need some fucking points.
This is a 5%er. And Dooley, are you Ibuing? You should be Ibuing.
We said easy
5%er, so
Said easy drinking what?
Easy Drinking Lager. That's the name of it, Easy Drinking Lager.
I fucking lost this one.
I'm
said
closer in ABV at the moment. Easy Drinking Lager.
You already got the fucking lager.
You just hit enter. You'll be fine.
Didn't I say lager?
Yes, that's why he
Yeah,
followed
you don't count though.
Technically, though,
18.
what did they?
18 IBUs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna take the tiebreaker because I got lager. I did come in closest with 5.3 over 5% and 22 over 18.
And so Dooley gets a point. And I have
So
a point,
Dennis,
you get two.
just to clarify, Dennis, even if you and I had gone head to head on lager, I'd have taken you two.
Yeah.
Or Dooley.
It-
Dennis
it
guessed
did-
IPA.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Either way,
so Dennis gets no points.
As usual.
Dooley gets one.
Okay.
I
for,
get
a,
one.
for a lager. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, and you get two. You win this round.
Woo! It's been a while.
It's been a while.
You think as commissioner, I'd win more often,
You
right?
came really close with Chuck. You came really close with Chuck.
I did. But you know what? That man knows his beer.
Yeah, but there was no winner that day.
You're right, but still, that man knows his beer.
Hey, tying with Chuck is fucking a win.
I take it.
50%.
Take it. Woo! All right.
They got a lot
So,
of fucking beer.
All right, guys.
we want to thank you guys for listening all the way through our podcast, because if you made it this far, you're obviously true fans. As usual,
Sometimes we wonder why.
we'll be bringing you some good food. We'll have some posts up later today of our pastrami, not salami, just in case you were wondering. And as always, you can find us on Facebook at,
Team Fat Kid.
on Instagram at,
Team Fat Kid Nation.
on Twitter,
At Team Fat Kid 1.
on YouTube at,
Team Fat Kid.
and on www.teamfatkidnation.com for all of your knife and apparel needs.
Don't forget those Stop Being a Creeper yoga pants.
Stop being a creeper.
Praise the Lord!